remember when I first moved to Maine, there was this park I walked by every single day on the way to school. And in this park was this massive tree right in the center, and a nice little bench that sat underneath. Now, the playground equipment and swings in this park were nothing special, but there was an old man who every single day sat on that bench right underneath that tree. And you know, you could say he was part of the park himself. Every day when I went to school, he was there, sitting on that bench. In the afternoon when I came home, he was still there. My friend Sam told me he was on the same park bench sitting schedule ever since he could remember. And to me, that was weird, until the day I decided to ask him why. Now, this story begins on a Friday. Our teacher, Mrs. Matthews, had promised us a test in geography, but I forgot to study. I couldn't just waltz into class and expect to know the capital of Iowa, could I? But I also couldn't go home and tell my mom I wouldn't be attending class. So I thought, and I thought, and I thought on what to do. And I decided to do what any sensible kid would do. I went to the park for the day.
Hey, mister. Mind if I sit on the bench with you? The ground is awful awkward. Hey, mister. The park is nice and all, but I sure wouldn't want to be here every day. And Sam says you sit in the same spot all the time, so I guess what I'm wondering is, don't you have anything better to do? Hey, mister, did you hear my question? You've got a lot to learn, boy. Well, that's why I'm asking you my question. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for that stupid geography test. I mean, who cares about the capital of Iowa?
Des Moines.
What?
Des Moines.
Mister, what's Des Moines?
The capital of Iowa. And it's Mr. Dalton to you.
Well, see, Mr. Dalton, that's why I couldn't go to school today. Miss Matthews would have told me for sure. You know why I'm here, but I still don't know why you were here.
I'm remembering.
Remembering what?
I didn't used to be this old.
Well, gee, Mr. Dalton, I may not know the capitals, but I do know we're all getting older. I am in the 5th grade after all.
I see. Forgive me. I should have known I was talking to the smartest boy in the 5th grade. You see, when I was younger, I used to be fascinated by the outdoors, rather than women and their dainty parasols. But there was one in particular who caught my eye.
Excuse me, but I must ask, what could you possibly be reading that is so completely uninteresting that you keep glancing in my direction?
Well, one can only be so entertained by Shakespeare. Dalton, James Dalton.
Richmond, Billy Richmond, how do you do?
I am well, thank you, except I have never seen such beauty. Tell me, Miss Richmond, shall I compare thee to a summer's day?
Well, it's no wonder you come to the park alone. One cannot simply base their romantic ideas off of Shakespeare's words.
No, but all British words are such aphrodisiacs.
Bullocks.
Afro what? Mr. Dalton.
Yes, where was I? Oh, yes. I returned to the park the following day for the sole purpose of seeing her again. And then every day after that, we met up under the old oak tree. Lily's eyes sparkled in the sunlight, and her laugh brightened my day. My Lily.
thee, Miss Richmond. Let me count the ways. 1, 2, 3.
Really, James, you have to do more than that to woo a woman.
Tell me then, what must I do to woo the mysterious woman I've got my eye on?
Well, step 1. You must sweep her off her feet. Step 2. You must meet me here tomorrow.
I can do that.
Well, then what happened? Did he go back to the park? Yes. And every day after that, rain or shine, Lily continued to grow increasingly beautiful. He never quite understood why she loved him in his quirky nature, but Lily was always such a sweetheart. But then what happened? Where's Lily now, Mr. Dalton? One step at a time, child. After about a year, James gathered his courage.
Miss Richmond, I knew from the first day we met that your beauty and character far exceeds that from any woman I've had the pleasure to meet. When I think of you, my heart races and I'm filled with excitement. I know you deserve much more than corny jokes or dates at the park. But I promise you, Miss Richmond, I'll never love another woman as I love you. Because I cannot fathom the world without you. Would you allow me to call you Mrs. Lily Dalton?
Absolutely, yes. I love you, James Dalton, and I always will. I carry your heart with me.
I carry it in my heart.
I'm never without it.
Anywhere you go, I go, my dear. My Lily. I've never stopped loving you, Lily. Mr. Dalton, where's Lily now? She left me too early. But I still carry her heart in mind. Lily stays here in my memory. And so I stay with my mom. Until she's mine again, I stay. My beautiful Lily.
There is so much more to love than those 3 simple words. Love fills life and can even conquer death. He carried her heart in his, and she carried his heart in hers. And everywhere they went together.